Shabbat Shalom, everybody, and you are welcome to the Shabbat of this morning. And also, the Parashat of this morning, as I said, is Parashat Toldot, which means generation. The generation of Isaac ben Abraham. And I subtitled it this morning as Still Water Run Deep. Still water runs very deep. When you see a water or a pond or a water that is calm, that is not rushing, is calm, many people get deceived. They think the water is shallow. They might think, oh, yeah, let me just jump into it. Let me just start. As you jump into it, you'll be surprised. Behold and lo, is deep, so deep. So the title of today is Still Water Runs Very Deep. We're going to see the meaning of that. Parashat Toldot, which means generation or consequences, witnesses the birth of a conflict which is still relevant today. The twins that were born to Yitzhak Avenu, Yitzhak our father, and Rivkah our mother. On one side we have Jacob, which is Israel, and on the other side we have Esau, which is Edom. And in the understanding of our sages, Esau is equivalent to who? To Rome, which is Christianity. Rome is called Esau. Yehudim, the Israel, is called Israel, right? We are Israelites. And we have, on the other side, we have Rome, which is Christian. It's equivalent to Edom. Representing two regimes that were still and diametrically opposed to each other. Our sages gave us this understanding back home. They said, where the rabbi will say yes, the head in Rome, the one in Rome, we say, I don't know what is his name, I forgot now. The one, the Pope will say yes, and the Imam will say yes. If two of them agree together, wrong. That place is unclean. There is a problem there. But when all of them disagree, that is the truth. But anywhere all of them agree, my people, let the two be reaching your score. Wrong very fast. Anyway, let's continue. They fight in the womb of their mother, and the battle is still raging till today. The battle is not only a physical one, no, but also a spiritual one. The battle lines are drawn far beyond the physical domain. In the metaphysical domain, in the Eighth Sphira, the battle rages. Parashat Toldot also relates the hardship of Yitzhak Avenu, Yitzhak our father, in establishing his right to settle in the land, and the jealousy and hatred of Avimelech and the Philistines, against him. Despite all this hardship, we learn of Yitzhak Avenu's success and his amassing of great wealth against all odds. God bless him and prosper him against all the odds, against all the hatred, against all the jealousy, against all the kind of hurdles and hindrances that the Philistines or Avimelech want to put against his way. Yitzhak Avenu was blessed, and he passed to Jacob, his son, the blessings of the firstborn, which Esau despised and relinquished for a pot of red lentil soup, because he's a man of the field. I don't care. Why should I die because of a birthright? It's garbage. I don't need it. Just give me this red stuff. I want to eat this red stuff. As soon as I eat, I'm satisfied. I take my leg and I continue my way. I don't care. But from what I'm trying to give us understanding here is this. There is a two regime in the womb. There is a two people in the womb. Yitzhak Avenu pray for what? For what? For a child. Say, God, please give my wife a child. Because she's barren. But God didn't only answer to give one child, God gave two. Right? Twins was in the womb. And one in a midrashim, the midrash said that when Rebecca, her mother, will be passing through the temple, or where the temple of God is, Jacob will be shaking, won't come out. And when Rivkah just passing where there is an idol, Esau will be jumping in the womb, wants to come out, indicating that these two children, from the beginning, from their soul, their essence, are completely opposite of one another, not the same. I said it's a midrashim. Understand? It's not written in the Torah like that. It's a midrashim. It's a midrash. But we can see the essence of that midrash in what in the life of these two young men when they came into physicality, when they were born. One doesn't care. One only thinks about only the material world, while the other thinks about the spiritual world. One was the man of the field, a hunt, while the other one was a calm, wholesome, the Torah says, and wholesome man. The other one was red, hairy, but the other one was calm and wholesome. He abided in the tent. He listened to his mama. Remember, in our tradition states what? That women build the house. It is not the men. Men does not build a house. No. In our tradition, the women build houses. Your home, the foundation of your home is upon our mothers, not our fathers. Our fathers are, they go do their stuff. They don't care. The mothers stay with the child, train the child, instruct the child. All the knowledge is input in the child, only on the mom. So, as sister, you also give us this understanding that if you are a woman and you marry a man, I keep on repeating it many times here, and you say the man is a bad man, the man is not a good man, that means you are a bad woman. That is it. If you are a good woman, your husband will be good. Why? You say, Rabbi, why are you saying this? Because the woman built the man that she wants in our tradition. It's a woman that built the man. If you build a monster, and when the monster begins to come out, don't react. Don't say, hey, it's a bad man, because you build him. But when you build a good man, you see the essence coming out. It's awesome. It's good. Because when the man will do bad thing, you close your eyes. You don't talk. When he do a negative thing, you close your eyes. You don't talk. I don't want to offend him. But it's a graduation. You go small, and when you become a white man, don't come and cry. Because you close your mouth, you close your eyes, you don't want to offend him. You need to put your leg down as a woman, firm. This won't pass in this house. As far as I know, the people tradition is different. That is the issue. In my tradition, I'm talking about my tradition back home into this is the way it is. The Hebrew tradition, this is the way we are. That's where we are. If the man say, hey, monsieur, it won't pass here. Monsieur say, hey, madame, merci beaucoup. He bow down. I mean, he keep calm. He said, because the madam said it won't pass. That is the idea. Because the home is based on the shoulder of our mothers. Now, Esau was a man of the field, as I said. He only hunt, get food, prepare, and go. While the other one sat, begins to learn the Torah from the mama. Understanding. He prepared food for his father and go and play with his friend. I'm not saying there's anything bad in playing with your friend. It's good in playing with your friend. There's nothing bad about that. But what is your time? Do you balance them up? Do you consider the spiritual or the physical? Or do you only materialism? Only material, only the flesh. No. We are not made of the flesh alone. We have the spiritual part in us, and which you have to balance up. When we compare Yitzhak's personality, now I want to compare the comparison between Yitzhak Avinu and Abraham Avinu. Because many people think that, Abraham is this man of action. He doesn't take nonsense. But why is Isaac so mellow, so calm? Why is it? When we compare Isaac's personality with that of his father Abraham come across as a doer. He's a doer, a man of action. God said, Abraham, pack your load. I pack my load and go. God said, take your son and sacrifice. That is it. He if Abraham say, oh, God, I should sacrifice my son. Okay, before I do this, let me go and take advice from Sarah, my wife, because I need to inform Sarah everything I do. No, Sarah, this is what God said. God said I should go and sacrifice Isaac. I'm telling you, Abraham will not come back alive, because Sarah will kill him before he said he want to kill her son, because that is the son, our only son. You can't come and say, oh no, that is a thing that when we talk about, when we come to diplomacy, or higher kinds of diplomacy between countries, there are secrets, right? That's okay. The secret they want to tell the population, they tell everybody. That one they don't tell nobody. Only country A with country B. They make their soup down there. They make whatever they want. Okay, we agree. Okay. They keep their mouth shut and they do things amicably. This is the idea. Abraham cannot go and inform Sarah what God told him to do. He keep it to himself, because I know that I don't want to cut my head off, because this woman can cut off my head. So I go and do what God said, and then I will see the result. Sometimes you just keep it to yourself. So while Abraham, on the other hand, while Isaac, on the other hand, seems to be a rather passive nature. He accepts the things that happens to him as they occur. For instance, the Akedah. The father said, I will go and sacrifice you. Yes, Papa. Well, let's go. He didn't even do what? He didn't even react or fight. And this image shows us the image of the Messiah that is to come. Right? No fight. My kingdom, Yeshua said, my kingdom is not of this world. No. Do not fight. For I have seen the end. So if you know the end from the beginning, you don't react. For our sages told us that the beginning and the end is one, is the same. You can understand the end from the beginning. No different. The end and the beginning, there's no difference between them. Yeshua HaMashiach knows the end. So therefore, he's calm. Because he knows what is going what is going to come at the end. Here it is. So Yitzhak Avenu is like that. But as the old saying goes, still water run very deep. Yitzhak is a passionate man, very passionate. Avimelech realized that Rebekah is not Yitzhak's sister, but his wife, when he sees them being intimate and romantic with each other. Remember, I told us 2 weeks ago that the ways of the father is a path to their children. The ways of the father is the same thing with the way of their descendants. Right? Everything that happens to Abraham technically happened the same way with Yitzhak Avenu. Right? Avimelech wanted to take Rivkah. He said, hey, okay, she did the same thing like his father. She's my sister. Technically they're like relatives, but not sisters. Then when Avimelech, no, it's not his sister. Then that is what his wife, because they are what intimate. Avimelech backed down. When Sarah was barren, Abraham did not behave like a man of action. He just simply accepted his lot, which is true. There is no evidence in the Torah that he petitioned the Holy One, blessed be He, to take away Sarah's infertility. When the Torah says, and Sarah was barren, right? Abraham goes to God, says, God, I can't accept this. This is not acceptable. God, please give my wife a child. Give my wife a child. So Abraham said, okay, you are barren, it's too bad for you. And then Sarah said, can you take my servant, Hagar? Okay, we can produce child from Hagar, there's no problem. Abraham didn't act like a man of action in that part. He just simply accepted that. You can see the balancing between these two men. But in the case of Yitzhak Avenu, on the other hand, he does not accept that Rivkah or Rebekah barrenness. He didn't accept that. Say, no, this will not pass. He went to God and prayed opposite is what the Torah said. The Rebekah has already, okay, this is my destiny, Okay, I'm barren, no problem, no issue. I think like that, that's the way God wants it. No, that is not the way God wants it. That is the way you want it. not the way God wants it. You can change your destiny. That's what the Torah is saying on the other hand. Remember, I said you told us there is nothing in heaven and on earth that can change a man's destiny except the Holy One, blessed be He, the Father of light. He's the only one that can change your destiny, because your destiny is with Him, and is written with His own hand. Not any negative energy that can change it. No, you don't worry yourself about that. No. It is you with your hand that can change your own destiny. With your own hand. So Yitzhak and Rivkah went to God and said, no, I won't accept this. Even though my wife accepted me, no, I'm against it. I need to pray opposite my wife for her to conceive. And the Torah said, and God allowed Himself to be entreated by Yitzhak and Rivkah, and the wife, Rebekah, conceived. So, what happens here after Rebekah conceived? When the Philistines became jealous of Yitzhak and Rivkah, they blocked up his father's well and kicked him out of town. What happened? Yitzhak does not accept the situation. He didn't go to war with the Philistines as Abraham had done. No, Yitzhak's way is more pragmatic. Yitzhak is a diplomatic man. He's a man of diplomacy. But his diplomacy doesn't mean he's a fool. He's a man that is firm. Because in the world that we live now, in the 21st century, they tell you that if you are diplomatic, that you are too mellow. No, that's not that is no. Because they say you are weak because you don't act, you don't do action. No, you are not weak. Diplomacy doesn't equal weakness. It equals smartness. It equals wisdom. But people think, oh, because you are diplomatic, that means you are weak. No, you need to fight. You need to go. So if you fight, don't you know that if two elephants come fight, the ground will suffer? You don't think that? That innocent will die? Even though if you did not die, but people will die. Women will be deprived of their husband. Women will be deprived, children will be deprived of their fathers. Family will scatter. Don't you think that it is better to make peace, no matter what, than to battle, than to fight and kill and shed blood? So this is what the Holy One of the Torah is telling us. Yitzhak Avenu is not like his father. Abraham is a man of action. Oh, you take my nephew, I kill you. That is it. You don't mess with my nephew. There is a time for that. I understand, but it's not every time. War, fight. No, that's a time that you can calm down, assess the situation. Esau was the same thing like his grandfather. He never assessed any situation. He just jumped into it. When he jumped into it, at the end, when he sees the result, oh, he scratched his head. I should have think before I act. He doesn't think before he acts. He just acts by impulse. Right? Yeah. Then, when the result comes, oh man, I should have think before. But Jacob is like, it's hard. Jacob always thinks before he acts. It's methodical, right? He thinks. Jacob thinks 200 years ahead, not the moment. Now. Esau is now. Jacob is the future. So, Yitzhak Avenu is more pragmatic, he's more diplomatic, and he's very, very firm. He's not weak. Don't take diplomacy as weakness. Actually, that is knowledge and wisdom. He reopened the well that Abraham has dug when the Philistines were making mess of it, closing it down. But okay, don't worry, I'll reopen it again. He reopened the well that Abraham, his father, has dug, calling them by the name given to them by his father. By this act, Yitzhak Avenu is asserting his proprietary right. That this is an act of what? Yeah, an act of defiance. When all the wells that Abraham has digged during his time, the Philistines, they cover it up because they want to punish him. Esau didn't, let them go to war with you, I'll fight with you. Okay, they want to do that, no worry, I'll go and reopen it again. He reopened it again, and the water begins to run. He did not change the name. He called the name, the same name his father called it, those were. Why? Because he's saying, this land is my father. I have the right to dwell in this land because my father has claimed this land. This is my property. You won't take this property from me. Unlike what we have nowadays, everything that is good, they turn it upside down. Now it's bad, right? In our world, everything is changed. They need to change everything. Now, anything that is bad before, oh, now it's good. You know, we call it civilization. No, oh, we are civilized. Our eyes are opening, but actually, the enemy is blinding you. It's not opening your eyes. No, it's blinding your eyes because they're telling you, oh, your eye is opening. How can you say your eyes is opening when you are naked? You go out, people wear clothes that is even, don't even wear clothes, it's better than the type of clothes you put on. And you say, this is fashion. And that is madness. In my days, you know, when somebody wears a cloth that is torn like this, by the storm, you say, hey, look at the madman, the man is mad. In my days, right, back home. But now, somebody wears clothes that is torn like this, say, hey, they praise them, hey, it's fashion. You know, this is, what's the name of that Italian model? This is Bishop Versace, or whatever it is, Bashi, whatever it is. Hey, that clothes is cost $10,000. Then you must be mad to buy a clothes that is $10,000 that is torn. Because where do you get the money from? Are you a mafia, or you just get money and just spend anyhow that you want? No, you dress good, you dress neat, you dress like the son of God, like the daughter of God. Now they say no, the man must stay with a man. That is fashion. That is what is good now. Then there is a sickness there. A woman must marry a woman. Then you have a problem. Now it's good, right? May God have mercy upon us. Anyway, so Abraham was a man of action, but Isaac was a different man. He's a man of diplomacy, and it's not, as people might think, it's not a weak man. So it is as if the Philistines were nothing more than a nuisance, like a fly that keeps buzzing around Yitzhak's egg. You know, when the fly buzzes your head, you know, like when you go to the north during the hunting time, right? You go to the north. I'm telling you, you can't stand a second, right? The mosquitoes everywhere, they're biting you. So when you go to hunt in the north, especially when you want to go and hunt moose, right? You wear, you know, there's a kind of a cap that is used for honey. When you want to, like a bee, when you want to go and take the honey in the bee, you wear it like around your head so that the bee doesn't attack you. Then you put the foam, the smoke. Thank you. The smoke. Then you put the smoke, right? So then you can try to disorient them and take the, what do you call it, and take the honey. So the same thing here in the north. So you wear that clothes so that the mosquito, they don't bite you. And even though sometimes I say, what kind of mosquito are these? When they enter your clothes, they move their tongue and enter through the clothes and enter through your skin. And say, whoa, you need to wear a lot of clothes to double your clothes so that they don't bite you inside, because their bite is so painful. So that is how the Philistines are to Isaac. They just buckle around his head, and Isaac does not succumb to those, to those stupidity. No, I'm not going to succumb to that. I will use my knowledge. I will use my understanding to overcome you. That is the idea. So this is Isaac's strength. The strength of Isaac is diplomacy. He understands that fighting will not resolve it, but we can come, talk, discuss, right? And maybe we might resolve it. And if you don't want to resolve it, if you don't want to agree, but I will stand my ground firm. When you see an animal that is coming, they say when you see a coyote or a deer that is coming, do not what? Do not run. That is the first principle. You might be afraid, terrified, but do not run. But once you run, they pursue after. They see you as a prey. You have to tell the bear, I am not a prey. I am the predator. So when he sees you, you shout to make yourself big. Shout. They get scared. They run. Those men, those women that devised that, they understood something that we don't understand. So, this is the strength of Yitzhak Avinu. He's a man of diplomacy. He simply doesn't let anything get the better of him. No, no. He doesn't succumb to emotion like most of us are in our 24th century. Everything's about emotion. Emotion. No. Calm down. Relax. God is in control. If something is destroyed, don't cry about it. Hey, something is destroyed. No, don't cry. Stand up, rebuild it. That is it. Show the enemy that you have the power to rebuild it. That is it. Simple. It's not hard. Right? Yeshua said, he who do what? He who keep his life shall lose it at the last day. But he who loses life shall gain it at the last day. Understanding that principle in the Torah. It's in the Torah. When you try to prevent something, close it. It is mine, this ego that we have. This idea that everything is mine. No, let it go. I'm telling you, they will return to you 100 million fold because it's yours. That's what the Torah is saying. And Yitzhak does not allow anything. No, don't cry. Rebuild it up again. And then, even though there is a saying among my people say, the house of a king that burn. Actually, it's good for the house of the king to get burned. Because when the king will rebuild it, it's going to be better than the beginning. Understand? The house of the king that burn add beauty to the house. You might say, oh, how does it add the beauty to the house? Yes, because when that house, that palace will be rebuilt, it will be far better than the previous one. A lot of things will be added, better ones. This is the legacy that Yitzhak Avinu has left us. Don't let life beat you down. No, refuse. Don't let life beat you down. Like Yaakov Avinu. The angel came, the angel dropped him down. Bah! He said, no, I'm standing up again. He stood up again. The angel, they were fighting with the angel of Esau. The angel brought him down again. He stood up again. Brought him down again. Stood up again. Ah! The angel got tired and said, what is going on? Can't you just stay down? Just stay down. Yaakov said, hey, no, I ain't staying down. I'm standing up. They put it down, he stand up. Then the angel said, okay, I'm tired myself. What do you want? Ah, bless me. Okay, you should have told me that before you making me to make all this problem. Okay, what do you want? What's your name? My name is Jacob. Okay, you're a crooked man. I can see why you are so stubborn, coming up every time. Now I'm going to make you straight. Your name shall be called Israel. Israel meaning to be straight with God. His name, he was like this. He was a crooked man. But I'll make your name straight. I'll make you straight. That's why I said your destiny is in your hand. Don't allow, nothing can change it except you. Stand firm and say, today, this negativity, stop. That is it. Now, from today on, positivity. And the positive attract with you. Anywhere you go, only positive will be falling after you. Because you have said, from today, this negative, stop. By making God a partner in our lives, and by also incorporating Yitzhak's legacy of tenuous pragmatism, meaning to be firm and to be realistic. Yitzhak is firm. He's not a weak man. He's not weak, as many people might think. He's firm and he's serious and he's he's realistic in everything that he does. We can overcome all that life throws upon us. We can overcome anything. There is no mountain that is higher than the Holy One. No. There is no hell that is deeper than the Holy One, blessed be He. No. He will lift you upon His wings and He will carry you over. You just have to understand and believe it. Have that faith that He is there with me, carrying me. When you do all your human possible, everything that you can, you have to do it because you have to do the human part. Don't say, oh, let me pray, I pray, okay, I pray, I fold my hand. No, that's not what the Torah told us. That is what religion tells you. Torah is practical. Torah is faith. You do your humanly possible and leave the rest for the Holy One. And let's see if the Holy One, blessed be He, will not act. He will surely act because He sees that you have done your homework. If you didn't do your homework, then God will not do His own work. even though his own work has been done, you have to do your own to follow, to make it work. Even though he has already signed and said everything is good, everything is fine, go ahead. But God said, go ahead, and I say, I'm not going ahead, I sit down. Okay, sit down. Let's see what is going to happen. But by the time you get tired, maybe one day you come to your senses and you stand up and walk. Because God said, stand up and walk. You say, no, I don't want to stand up and walk, I'm going to sit down. Sit down. Life is simple. We make it hard. It's not complicated. Just let us follow our Father, the instruction. Yeshua HaMashiach has given us that instruction. It's not hard. He said, he who believes in me will not die, but have eternal life. That I will raise him up at the last day. It's not kidding. It's not a joke. It's the truth. It's the truth, I'm telling you. I will raise him up at the last day. Remember, I was telling us about the light. And we go down there, I'm going to tell us the essence of the Messiah. He will raise him up at the last day. Just like Abraham raised up Yitzhak. I'm telling you, it's true. It's true. Yeshua will raise everyone that believes in him. He will raise them up at the last day. So, the choice is yours. The choice is mine. Me, I've taken my choice. I took my own stand. This is you who have to take your stand. On the side of the Holy One, blessed be He, or on the other side. You can choose anyone that you want. But don't complain when the time comes. God will not force anyone to serve Him. No, never, ever. It is never written, it will never be written. Man decides. You make a choice. God has given you everything. So the choice is yours as a human being. Right? Not a robot to be directed like animal. No, we are not animals. No, we are human beings. You decide, make a choice. Still water run deep. That water of faith run very deep in the family. It's all about the bloodline. You know I told us many times, the bloodline of Adam, Avimelech. That bloodline, the bloodline of Seth, is very important. Because Adam begot Seth, and Seth was a copy of Adam, the original man. So that's the idea. The idea is in the family. The genetic code of trust, of faith, is in the family. It's in you, in us. It's just for us to ask God to bring that spark. You know, that spark, we just spark it out. And then we see and behold, wow, thank you, Holy One, you know, for making this energy to spark in me. So, the still water run deep. Parashat Toldot. Shabbat Shalom.